All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what part of the world you are in. I am Old Man 102 with a second two just for Twitch. uh, did a little bit of work on the map this morning. Finished the area here. Got the trees lined on the road on this side. Brought the trees around the river on the other side. And then it took me about 2 hours to finish underpainting the rest of the railroad tracks. So last time we were on, we built a little cell point here for our boat launch area. But I think this little area right here, I think I'm going to throw the nursing home cell point in right here as well. So let us... where do I have? Did I give it its own transform groupies? If I did, I'll just put them together. Yeah, the boat area. So I'll just use it the same. Let's import in the nursing home building. Hoping to get some progress done today. And I do have to mow the lawn at some point today. But I had a productive morning. I got 2 loads of wash done. I have 3 videos recorded, edited, rendered, and uploaded for YouTube. Let's throw this in here. And I got a couple hours worth of work done on the map this morning. Alright, does this thing have like a front and a back? Kinda, sorta. Let's see if this looks out of place here. This may look out of place here. I thought it would fit right in there and sort of like fill this little gap, but I think I'm going to nix this plan of putting this cell point here. See if we have any room over here to add it to our little city without too much destruction. I guess if we remove this tree, we could put the other building here. Now, I don't want to mess with this either. We can use the hotel as a cell point instead of the nursing home. Alright, let's just... I don't want to squeeze this in here because it's definitely going to look out of place. So let's get rid of that. Now, do I want to put like a little house here or something? This needs something right here. What? Well, that just threw my plans off. We could bring another little house area over. I do have another, you know what, I have another house imported. Let me pull the other house in and see how that looks. House may look out of place here as well. Let me try it. I think I left it in the map folder. I was cleaning the folder up this morning. Yep, I left it in here. Let's go File, Import. Let's see how the house looks there instead. Yeah, I'm going to like that there. I'm going to like that much better. So let's go Edit, Cut, and Paste. And we'll plop it back over here and we'll spin it around. And matter of fact, I think we'll go this way with it. Like minus 55 just to even it up a little bit. Yeah, that'll definitely finish up this area. Why does my screen seem off a little bit? Let's go to square. Let's go to asphalt. And we don't need anything that large. Now, since we're at an angle, we're not really going to be square. But I will do the best I can. You know, let me change this around. I think it's going to go a little bit easier. We'll bring the driveway out. I think I'm going to bring it out at a little bit of an angle. Now let's curve it the other way. Let's square it up. Bring it down this way. Almost done with buildings. I want to get the rest of the fields in. Alright, let's get him. I got to underpaint the house also. It's much easier to put the grass in when it's a little bit underpainted. Okay, let me go back to round. I don't want it that big. We'll go over that way. Oh, the house has to come up a little bit. Just a little. So it's not flickering. That's much better. Yeah, that will work. Alright, let's go to Meadow Harvest Ready. Limit textures to grass. And we'll get this in. I'll have to take some off the bridge. I don't have a lot of some of that bridge underpainted, so we'll have to come in and remove that grass. So let's pull that off of there. This done. Yeah, I was going to put like a whole nother little village here, but I decided against it this morning. We're just going to go simple and finish up the rest of the map. I'm going with the less is more theme at this point. Alright, now we can blend this in. Alright, now let's grab a couple of these trees. And we'll throw some around here. Let's get one. Set it off a little bit. Alright, and then we could finish up the grass in this area. So let me go back to square. And we can knock this out. I have most of the grass around that field done already. Try and blend that in a little bit. Just want to be careful around this edge. I don't mess the textures up below it. I know, I've had so much real life stuff going on the last couple weeks, I haven't had time to work on the map, so I said the hell with it today. I'm not doing any work around the house today other than cutting the grass. I want to get some work done on this map today. Plus I've been working mandatory overtime on Saturdays, and we have this Saturday, I worked last Saturday, I have this Saturday off. But they've already scheduled us the next 2 Saturdays to work. Which is fine. I can use the extra money and put it towards heating oil for the winter. And I think we'll just put a small foresty area over here. Maybe we'll even make it its own farmland. If you want to put placeables down, it'll be a nice little area. Or animal pens. Should be not too much here. We should be about done with grass in this little area. And I am. So let's get our trees along the road. And we'll continue with this one. So let me get one more about there. And then we'll pull one down. So I like to line them up across from each other. Let me put something different there. So let me get the rest of these trees in down to the end of the road. And we'll come back and finish that area up. Fields, trees, and grass is pretty much what we're going to work on. And then let's come back here and see what this area needs. I need a little something in the front yard and then a little something over here. Let me come up top for a minute. See what transform group I'm in so I know where. Oh, there is. I do have it. No, I don't. I was looking for a birch. I didn't see a birch. Pine, willow, a bunch of oak, pine. Do I have a birch? Maybe, maybe not. Okay. I don't think I do. Alright, let's come up to my trees. Let me grab a smaller birch, like a stage 3. And I'm going to drop it into this transform group. Yeah, that's going to be a little bit better. Let me drop one there. Let's get one. Throw one over here. I should now, I want to get some pine trees over in this area. Nope, I got to get our little trees around the water first. Let's grab that guy, duplicate him, and we'll line the water on this side. Work our way back to the road on this side. Yeah, I couldn't sleep last night, so I've been up since like 3 a.m. working on stuff. Alright, so we got those in. Let's make this a little woodsy area. Give you some extra chance to make some money and then take them out and use them for use it for a placeable area. So let me duplicate that one. And we'll throw it over here. And we'll drop some in here. If you want to use this area, you're going to have to clear them out. Alright. And then let's get our trees along the road around the corner. So let's grab this one. And we'll work our way around. Hope everyone is doing well today. So nice to have a 2-day weekend. I'm only going to have a 1-day weekend the next 2 weeks. I hate working mandatory Saturdays. I'd rather work 9 hours during the week than have to come in on a Saturday. Over this way. Around the corner we go. So pull it over. Bring her in. Oh, come on. There we go. How far back off the road are we? So don't want it to affect traffic. We should be alright. Now let's square it up to the world. Why are you rotated weird? You should be 0, 0, minus 90. Did I get one of these tilted? I did. I have no idea why. You should be 180. And minus 180. I don't know how these got tilted. You should be 180. Minus 180. 180. Alright, that's better. So now that that's squared up with the world, let's get it back off the road. looks about right. Now these I try and space between the light poles. If I push myself really hard, I might be able to finish getting all the fields in this weekend. Alright, now this area here, I'm going to leave it grass so you can use it as another placeable area for some factories. I'm not sure if I want to leave it grass or if we want to put asphalt in and just make it a designated placeable area. I'm not 100% sure yet. But over here I should be able to paint these farmlands in now for this field. I don't think I have it. Let me just take my speed up a little bit. I don't think I have the farmland done for that particular square yet, but let's find out. I do not. Alright. Now, question is, what field is that? Let me just close some of the stuff I have open. Alright, what field is that? It's got to be something like 29 or 30. At 29, look at that. First guess. Alright, so let's grab a new farmland. You're going to be field 29. Let's turn that one on. It's going to be number 52. Alright, and let's get that painted in. Take it up to the road. I'll take it past the road on this side because that'll be the city. Fill it in a little bit as we go. Let me square most of this up, and then I'm going to change over to the round brush along the water. Figure out where we're going to take it. Now, I think I'm going to leave this foresty area a separate farmland, so this field is a little bit cheaper. So let's bring the field out to about here. Try and get a straight line across there. bring this. Yeah, now just come down. I guess I can use the square brush. Just come down along the water. Let's finish up this corner. Alright, so that should be good. Just make sure I didn't miss anything. Alright, now we'll do a little separate area over here for placeables. So let's call it F29 forest, even though it's not a forest. And it'll be number 53. And we'll try and go right along that same line. I know, nothing too exciting today, but it's the only way to get the map done. I still have the snow mask to do, but that's after the entire map is done. I'm going to have to spawn all the placeables back in to put the snow mask in. Alright, now we can finish this up. Let's get it along the road. Now, where do I want to take it? I guess we can include... I want to include this house, but I don't want to include that cell point. So let me go back to the round brush. So you can own this house with this farmland. No, but you won't be able to... The cell point will be part of the main city. Along the water. Alright. Now I still have the boat splines to do, but I don't want to take a lot of time to work on that today. But I think I have the farm... I'm caught up on farmlands. Let me just turn this one off to be sure. Let's take another look at that. Yeah, so I'm caught up on farmlands, all the fields that are currently in. Let's start at the railroad silo. And we will work our way back to the mountain. My goal is to get this square done today. So I'm going to do I think I'm going to leave it we're going to take care of this railroad area, but I think I'm going to leave this area grass, but make it a separate farmland so you can buy it to put placeables down. And then over here to the edge of the map, I think I'm going to actually make a dedicated placeable area. And I'll probably put 2 more small fields back there. And then we have this whole square to do. But this side's going to be easy. I'm going to put 1 big field back here. The train tracks go to about here and then cut across. So between the train tracks and the edge of the map will be another big field. And then I want to put 1 massive field in here. And I'm going to leave a good bit of area here at Grass Meadow for more placeables. So we have a ton of factories. So let's get this area done. Now, do I want to do it dirt or do I want to do it in asphalt? I think I want to do this in dirt. So I think that's what the other one is. So we will have road coming out. I want to underpaint that building a little bit also. Now, let me take my speed back down. Alright, got to underpaint the silos. This whole railroad complex has to get underpainted. So I spend most of my time doing off camera usually. Just makes it a little bit easier when I go to put the grass in. Doesn't have to be perfect. And then we have to get this trigger in. Let me go to square for a minute. We're going to have a road coming out there anyway. No, we're going to have dirt going all the way up to that. Now I'll have a little bit of grass over here. Oh, a little bit too far. We'll have dirt along here. Take the dirt up to the fence. Coming back this way. Alright, now that the sun's coming out, I can feel it starting to get warmer in here. It was so nice that I turned the AC up to 75 because it was dropped down into the upper 60s last night. But I can feel it starting to get warm in here. I may have to bump it down a little bit. Alright, now let's go back to round. I'm thinking if I have enough room, I want to put another house over here for multiplayer. So our multiplayer folks will have another farmhouse to use. But you can always sell it off because I'll put it in as a placeable. Probably go into the other map and just grab one. Alright, let me do a quick save because we haven't saved in a little bit. Let me get my sweatshirt off because it is getting warm in here. Plus I got my tower running, throwing a little bit of heat. Alright, now we're going to have a driveway coming out of here. That's where our trigger is going to be, or one of our triggers. And then we'll meet up with the drop-off point, which is inside of there. And then this will come around. How big do I want to be? About half the width of the road. So we'll bring this around, meet up with this guy. And then we'll probably cross the tracks. Where do I want to cross the tracks? Yeah, we'll cross the tracks. Let me go to square. So we'll come in somewhere, bring this guy out. Then we'll cross the tracks somewhere about there. We'll have to grab a couple more train crossings. Let me square that up a little bit. I'm a little bit wider on this side than I am. I'm a half a square off. That's all right. You won't. By the time I put the train crossing in, you won't notice. And let's give you some room to, if you want to park some implements over here. I still have to underpaint this building. But let's get you some room to plant or to park some vehicles over here if you want to. That'll work. And I'll just finish underpainting this real quick. I'm going to put some weeds and stuff in there anyway. Do I want to take this around? Let's bring this back a little bit. Something like that. Alright, now on this side, what I'm thinking is doing, let's go back to here. Make sure I'm about a width of one lane on the road. Alright, so this guy's going to come around. And then this guy's going to meet up with it. And then we'll probably, again, come out and cross the tracks. We'll have to put it, yeah, we'll have to, I have a ton of train crossings I'm going to have to put in. Oh, not quite far enough. There we go. Missed that corner. Missed that corner. Come on, give me that corner. Right there. And then, I don't like that. Let me come back over and get lined up. Come on, give me, there we go. So let's come out this way. And then I'm thinking, if we're going to have, this is our power plant, I'm thinking if we're going to have a small industrial park over there, that we may bring a road out over here. So let me go to round. And we'll bring this road in. So let's curve over this way. And then we'll bring this guy back this way, so he can go either way. And I'll put another train crossing in over here. So we can go out that way, or we can go out that way. And apparently I'm on asphalt, or am I on asphalt? I am not on dirt. Whatever texture, I am using asphalt. That's alright. Let me change it to dirt over here just to clean this edge up. Alright, that'll work. Now, do I want to put another secondary farm over here for multiplayer? I think we do. Before we texture, or before we put all of the foliage and stuff in. Alright, let me do a quick save. Let's pull another farm out of the other map. Which one am I using? Which one am I not using? Where is my placeables? So which ones am I using? I'm using the horse ranch, so we'll pull one of the other ones out of the other map. Just want this i3D to save first. Alright, it looks like it did. Alright, so let's go into, let's leave this one open. Let's grab another one. Ritchie's Creek placeables. Alright, so which one did I say we were already using? We're already using the horse ranch. What else do we have? Let's grab the sheep farm area. Do I want, yeah, this one looks good. Let's go file, export selection with files, 16x map, placeables, and this one is sheep farm area. Let's save that. And I'm going to need the XML, so let's copy the XML into 16x placeables. So I'll paste that in. Let me make sure there's no texture pathing issues. And there's not, everything's dollar data. Alright, now let's see what this looks like over here. So if I go File, Import, and we bring in, where is the sheep farm area? Yeah, I think I'm going to, let's see, which way do we want to turn this? Yeah, I think I'm definitely going to place this here. You need to be spun, though, this way. And then I think I'm going to move that house around a little bit. So it's not between the tracks, but I want to leave enough room between the field so your implements have room to turn around. So we're going to change this up a little bit. Alright, this guy, I think I want the house there. Let's pull this guy over back a little bit. Again, you can sell these off if you don't like them. Let's spin it this way. Minus 90. You pull it back. Let me even it up with this barn. Pull it back this way a little bit. And now I'm actually going to take the whole thing and let's slide it down a little bit further. And now we could take the house. Let's pull the house over. This way. Let's get it lined up with this guy. So they're somewhat even. And then there should be a sign. Oh, I'm going to have to pull the winter guys over as well. Crap. Yeah, we're going to have to move the sign to move the snowmen. Let's get the sign moved. Actually, I think I like it over near the road. I think we're just going to slide her down, leave her about here. Now I've got a couple of snowmen we're going to have to move. Where's the first one? On top of the barn. Second one I can pull over here. So if you play with seasons, these snowmen will appear in the winter. Alright, so you were on top of the barn. You're over here. You're on top of the barn. Okay, so that should be all of those. And then I'm going to have to resave this. So let's go File, Export. I got to override the sheep farm area because we made some changes to it. Alright. Now let's get this underpainted so we can get the foliage done. So let's go back to, I'm going to use dirt, make sure we're on square. And let's get this underpainted. Yeah, these are the boring bits, I do apologize. But it's going to help us when I go to paint the grass in. Take my speed down a little bit. I gotta call Amazon at some point today and get my account unlocked. Because I moved and it recognized a different IP address. and it keeps sending a text message with my new code to my old phone number, which doesn't do me a bit of good to unlock my account. So I'm going to have to actually call them today, get my freaking account unlocked, because I want to get my granddaughter's birthdays this month. I want to get her a birthday present. And I don't think Walmart had what I wanted. And I found one on Amazon, but I couldn't order the damn thing because my account was locked. Alright, hold on. I want to back that one out. I want to back that one out. I don't want the dirt out quite that far. There we go. Just want to get these underpaid, and then we'll figure out where the rest of the parking lot and yard is going to be. So at some point today, I'll be sitting on hold with Amazon customer service. Let's get this barn underpainted. And again, you could sell this off in-game and then put your own down. Build your own yard the way you want it. You'll definitely have to retexture it if you sell these off. Alright, let's get this one underpainted. Probably put a little parking area over here. Good, the sun's out. I'm hoping it dries the rest of the grass so when I go out and cut it, it won't be too much of a pain in the butt. Alright, let me take this guy. Let's raise it up in the air a minute. And I can finish filling this in a little bit. This way we won't have grass inside the buildings. Alright, let's bring that back down. Alright, now we are going to have... How do I want to do this? Let's give it a little walkway coming out of here. Over to there. Doesn't have to be pretty. And then let's get a place for you to park your vehicles. Let's come over this way. We'll fill this in. Let's come over this way. Yeah, that'll work. And then over on this side, let's bring this in. We'll come over this way. And then let me grab... come around that way, and then we'll even this up a little bit here, bring it back to about there. Have on this side just the door, and then I'm thinking we might just come across the tracks one more time. We'll put another train crossing in. So put another train crossing there. Alright, that's looking pretty decent. Let me do a save. I'm going to have a ton of railroad crossings to put in. Oh, what did I leave over here? Crap, part of the sign. I thought I grabbed the whole sign when I moved it. Apparently not. Did I? Why? How did the sign end up down there? Oh, that's right. It's right. It's where it is supposed to be. I was thinking I was in the wrong entrance. All right. Never mind. Don't mind me. All right. We have to spawn that in as a placeable. We have to bring the triggers in for the railroad silo, and we have to get that spawned in as a placeable. But I think we're ready to grass and tree and decorate this area. So let's go to metal harvest ready, limit it to grass, and let's get some grass started in this area. Now I may make one more change. I'm still debating whether I want to make this an actual like concrete or dirt placeable area, or if I want to leave this as grass strip all the way out to the mountain. I haven't decided yet. I'm thinking of leaving it a grass strip all the way out to the mountain and let you do with it what you want with your in-game paint tool. Take this all the way out. So we come all the way out to here. Let's fill this in. And we could take it along here. Miss any grass? Yeah, a little bit right here. Alright, now let's come over this way. Alright, let's go to round. Let's come down here. Let's go decal foliage. And let's get some, oh, hold on. Let's get some, okay, why do I not see them? What am I missing? Oh, because they're not the one, that'll work. We'll get some weedy looking bushes and flowers and stuff in here. You know these things grow exactly where you don't want them to. Alright, let's finish up this building first. Let's bring some along there. And we'll throw some along here. And then they always grow up between the buildings where you can't cut. Oh, not what I wanted. Alright. Let's get some along the railing on this side. A little bit here and there. Alright, so we've got some weedy bits. let's change to crimson. We'll throw some along here. And then we'll use those along here. Oh, wrong building. As you know, you're going to have weeds and stuff growing up between these tires. Something like that. And now let's throw some weeds along this barn. Just a few here and there. Alright, I'm gonna do another quick save. Let's grab some trees. Throw a couple of trees in here. Alright. So we have that save done. Alright, let's find, where are my map trees? Let's see if we can't start with a willow. Right there. Let me duplicate that. Grab a willow. Let's grab one of the oaks. Just drop it there for now. Alright, the oak we have. Let's grab one of these. Drop it there for now. I'm also mixing a couple pine trees with it. Let me duplicate one of those for now. And we'll drop that there for a minute. Alright. So let's continue. Let me just get my camera over here a little bit. So I want to work on this whole area at the same time. Alright, so let's grab the willow. I'll get it free floating. Let's put one about there. Alright, that works for the willow. Let's grab the oak. We'll make that one free floating. Throw a couple of oak trees in. Let's grab this guy. Oh, come on. Give them to me. There we go. Throw a couple of these in. And we'll grab that pine. And we'll mix a couple pine trees in here and there. Something like that. Now what does that look like? You can always take them out if you don't like them. What we did not do is I did not put a driveway in. Alright, so this pine tree, you're going to have to move. Stick you over here. I forgot to put a driveway in over here. Alright, so let's go to round and dirt. And let's bring in a driveway coming through here. And it will remove some of the foliage coming in. Let's bring it over this way a little bit. Alright, that looks a little bit better. Now you can get into your farm, actually. This is not the main farm, by the way. Threw a secondary farm in for multiplayer. Alright, now let's get, now that this is decorated, let's come back down. I have to spawn this in as a placeable. So let's go to, I believe it's mod description, and it is. Where is that horse farm, horse ranch area? Let's copy that one, and I'll paste it back in. And I think I just have to rename this sheep. Sheep ranch area. No, sheep farm area. Hold on, let me pull the XML up. Sheep farm area. So sheep farm. Sheep farm area. Alright, so I need it there. I need it under store items, I believe. I do. Let me come back here a minute. Let me grab this guy. Let me copy it. Store items, horse ranch area, I'll put it up here. So we have the sheep farm area, and then in the placeables, let me copy this guy. Let's paste that back in, and we'll change this to sheep farm. And then we're going to change this to sheep farm. And then we have to fix our X, Y, and Z coordinates. Alright, so I'm going to grab this one and replace this one. Our height is going to be 88. Why is my horse ranch a different height? Good question. I'm going to have to spawn that one back in and double check it, make sure it's not floating. Let's grab this one. Let me copy that and paste it in here. I think I have my horse ranch in the wrong area, and so it's going to be 180, 0, and 180 on my rotation. That looks good, that looks good. That looks good. So now I should be able to delete that out. And then I have to go into here. We have to open this up. And I have to zero it out. So you have to be 0, 0, 0, 0, and 0. Let me save that. And close it. So it'll spawn in the correct spot. So that will now spawn in as a placeable. Let's get the railroad. Actually, let me check that freaking horse ranch to make sure I didn't mess that up. Let's make sure it's in its proper area. So let's go File, Import. I'm going to bring the horse ranch in a minute. I may have messed that up. Alright, let me grab this, put it here. Let me grab this and put it here. Now let me grab this and put it there. And then what was our rotation? 0, 0, 0. Okay, where did that spawn in at? Should be back there somewhere. Let me make sure it's not floating, and then we'll come back up and finish this area. Because that should be height 88, not 96 point something. I think. I could be wrong. Is it spawning in on the ground? Okay, so that is spawning in on the ground. Okay, that's weird. I would have thought it would have spawned in at 88. Alright, so I did not mess that up. But when we go in game, we'll take a look at it. Alright, so that is now spawning in as a placeable. Let me delete that one out. Alright, we have another railroad silo trigger to get working. So, we have Railroad Silo 1, Railroad Silo 2, Railroad Silo 3. This is going to be Railroad Silo 4. So let me copy that. Let's paste it in. So this becomes 0, 4. This becomes 0, 4, and we're going to have to put its position in a minute. But let me save that. Store items, we're going to have another railroad silo, so let me copy this. Let's paste that in, so that's going to become number 4. Save that. Mod description, let's copy this one, paste it in. It's going to become number 4. And then we have to go to placeables. Placeables, railroad. We're going to copy number 3, paste it back in, and then rename it number 4. But it's going to refer to the same i3D 01. So let me take my speed back down. Alright, so let's go, let me just make sure. So I want Railroad Silo 01 i3D. So File, Import, Placeables, Railroads, Railroad Silo 01. And I'm just going to drop it right here for a second until we get it lined up. And these are going to be all the triggers to make this silo work. So you should be able to load and unload by truck and load and unload by train. And then transfer from truck to train. Alright, we're going to need a couple of unload pits. So let me grab this transform group. Let me copy this. And let's get these guys in place. What height do I want that at? A little bit higher. So about there. And then we'll slide her down. That looks about right. And then we'll duplicate that one. We'll put one here. So that'll be to unload your train. Now I think I have the triggers lined up pretty well. Alright, that trigger looks fine. Let's go back onto triggers. So that trigger looks fine. Trigger inside to drop off. Maybe a little bit more to the left. No, that'll mess up my railroad. The railroad's lined up pretty well. That's lined up. No, I want to bump some of these over a little bit. Let's bring this whole thing over just a little bit. Does that line this back up? Why is this one not lining up? Is because it's... Alright, I'm going to have to renumber this. Yeah, I'm going to have to change this up a little bit and then renumber this to a different number. Alright, let's get the train lined up first, and then we'll line up the other two. So the train needs to stay there. This one's going to have to come in a little bit. So this one needs to come over a little bit. That needs to come over a little bit. That needs to come over a little bit. That needs to come over a little bit. And then these two should be lined up because these two should be the train. Alright, so they're fine. Alright, now this one has to get lined up a little bit better. Yeah, so this guy's got to come in a little bit. And this has got to come in a little bit. And where's that spline? Where's the spline? This guy's got to come in a little bit. Alright, so we're going to have to call this one a different number because it's not going to line up like the other one. So let's do this. Let's go... How many numbers are we using so far? I think 1 and 2. Yes. So let's go File, Export Selection with Files. We will call this one 03. And we will save it. And then we will delete number 1 without making any changes to it. Let's go File, Import. Let's bring number 3 back in. And it should line right back up. And then if we go in here, we didn't make any changes to number 1. It should still be 000 without any changes made to it. I just want to double check. It is. Okay, so we didn't mess that one up. Alright, so this is going to be number 3. So I have to change this XML to number 3 i3D. So it spawns the correct one in. And then all we have to do is get these coordinates in. So let me copy that. And let's go to our placeables. So this one goes here. Our height is 88. Let's copy that one. Replace this one. And our rotation is 000, so we don't need to change that. So this trigger should spawn in properly now. So we can delete that back out. And then, but we have to go in here and make it all zeros. So this now becomes 0, 0, and 0. Let's save that. Or it won't spawn in the proper position. So that's done. So our triggers are working for that. Our extra house and ranch is going to come in as a placeable. So now we just need to figure out what I'm going to do with this area from here back to the mountain. Do I want to put in a concrete pad and make this an actual placeable area so you can put factories down? Or do we want to leave it at just a grass meadow and let you do your own decorating in-game? Let me grab a sip of coffee and make a decision. I think I'm going to leave it a grass area. And then on this side, I'm going to make it a concrete area. But I think I'm going to bring in another road. I'm going to move this tree. I think we're going to bring in a road along the railroad tracks on the inside all the way down. And about halfway down, we'll come out to the main road and put another train crossing in. This way, if you do put factories along here, you'll already have a road. And it doesn't have to be neat. Yeah, let's take this tree and let's pull it up towards the tracks. Let's grab our dirt texture. Let's grab our round brush. I want it about half the width of the road. That's about right on size. And then let's bring in another road just along the tracks, and it doesn't have to be neat or straight. And it will curve it up here into this farm. And we'll hook it in with this dirt road. Coming up this way and coming in this way. And then we'll get rid of the grass. Something like that. Alright, now let's push this down along the tracks. Come on. And then we'll figure out where we're going to do another railroad crossing. Alright. Did I mention this is not going to be a straight road? I want to leave a little bit of room between this road and the railroad tracks to put a row of trees in. Or I may leave this side open and put trees along the road. One or the other. I don't want trees on both sides of the track. Road's a little bit wider than I wanted, but that's alright. You'll be able to bring your big farm equipment in. Alright. Yeah, this road is definitely wider than I wanted, but let's curve it back this way a little bit. And we'll bring it up. We'll come out this way a little bit. Alright, that should work. And now about halfway down, somewhere right where this field splits, we'll put another road in over the tracks. Yeah, somewhere about here. So let's change to square. And we'll bring this out. Make it a little bit wider. Something like that. Back a little bit too far. Something like that. Alright, now let's fly up here a minute. It would be nice to have this square done today. Alright, let me do another quick save. Grab a sip of coffee. Alright, so let's grab this guy. Am I done saving? Why can't I grab that guy? There we go. Alright, I need this guy. So let me duplicate him. Slide him down. And I need this half. So let me duplicate that. And we'll slide these two down. And I can make them a little bit narrower once we get them down here. I want to slide them because they're at the perfect height. I don't want to mess with the height if I don't have to. Alright, so let's get the first one about there. Let's get this one about there. Yeah, we could definitely make them a little narrower. Alright, so let's take this down. What size is it? The X or the Z? It is the Z. So let's go 0.8. And let's take this one down to 0.8. Yeah, that works a little bit better. I could probably go even a little bit smaller. Let's go 0.7. Yeah, that's much better. And we'll take this one down 0.7. And we'll get these lined up. So we should have a nice smooth transition coming in there. And then I will take this one and duplicate it. We'll take this one and duplicate it. And then we got to push them down this way. So we'll get this guy here, this guy lined up with this one, and then we'll duplicate that one, and we'll duplicate this one, nope, this one. I'll bring this guy down. And then I'm going to need another set. So let me duplicate that one. And then I'll duplicate this one. We'll get this guy in. Now that is for the double. I have a different one for the single. I think it's that one, if I'm not mistaken. But where is it? Is that my single? Let me fly back there and take a look at it. Yes, that's my single because it angles down on both sides. So I need that one over here. And I'm going to slide it across the map because it's at the perfect height. So let me duplicate that one. We'll bring it over this way. And we'll spin it this way. And I'll probably make it a little bit smaller. So let's get this guy lined up. Yeah, we'll bring him over. Let's go like 0.7. That'll work. And now let's get the grass off of him. Now, do I have another road that cuts across on this side? If I do, I gotta duplicate that and pull another one down. I think I have a road over here coming out. I do. So let me duplicate that and slide it down. And we'll fix the textures over here. Look, we got a tree right in the middle of the road. So let me duplicate this tree. Put one on this side. Let's go back to our Where is it? Let me close fields for now. Railroad crossings, that's where we were. This guy. Yeah, I'm going to have to do a little bit of cleanup over here. Alright, so let's remove the grass. And let's get our dirt texture back in here. And now I can slide this guy back, and then we'll take off a little bit more grass. And then since we have this guy working, let me just check back here. I think we cross, I don't know if, I think we go around the track, so I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, we do. So we go around the back side of the tracks and then all the way across. I don't think I cut across one more time, but let me double check. If we do, I'll just drag another one over. No, this goes all the way out to the road. Alright, so that should be train crossings fixed on this side. Now let's get trees. Let's get our grass and our trees in. Alright, so let's go back to we're on square. Let's go back to meadow, harvest ready, and limit textures to just the grass. And we should be able to paint this in all the way down. This painting grass is my absolute least favorite chore of map making. I'll have to come in and take the grass off of the train crossings. Getting there. Now I can take it all the way out to this corner. And then fix the railroad crossings. Because they're now going to have grass on them. Erase that a little bit right there. That side looks pretty good. Let's clean this one up. Wrong one. Clean this edge up. this edge up. Clean this one up. If not, this will drive my OCD nuts when we go in game. Now, should have one more. That one looks good. Alright. Did I put... I did not. Crap, I forgot on this side as well. I gotta get my weeds all the way around. I forgot this side as well. So let's fly all the way up here. And we'll get our weeds in along the railroad tracks. Yeah, I don't have them in along here at all. Did I stop on this corner? I did stop on this corner. Alright, let me take my speed down a little bit. Alright, so let's go to deco foliage. Not deco foliage, not ground foliage. Not ground bush either. Deco foliage. Small Rumex. I gotta change this to round. We are going to limit it just to grass. And we're going to get a row of weeds on both sides of the tracks at the same time. All the way down and around. So I forgot to do this strip. It doesn't have to be neat. It just needs to be in. Just adds that little bit of extra detail to the map. Usually these boring bits I do off camera. I'm going to have to get outside and cut the grass before it gets too hot out. So I'll probably finish this up and then get out of here for an hour or two. However long it takes me to cut the grass, come back in, take a quick shower, and then I'll come back in and work on the map. But we had rain like 3 days this week and it's really high. And it's 12:30 in the afternoon, so none of the neighbors can bitch that it's too early in the morning on a Saturday. But I'll take it in-game really quick first, just to check out the new areas, and we'll make sure the railroad the railroad silo triggers working. Oh, this is just as bad as painting grass in. I'm going to go over that, and we're going to have to come back and clean that up a little bit. So it's clean this side up, clean that side up. Alright, that'll work. Yeah, it took me like probably to underpaint these railroad tracks all the way around the map. It probably took me like close to 5 or 6 hours just to underpaint the railroad tracks. And then put the little oil strip up the middle of the tracks, like the train's leaking oil. And I'm hoping after lunch we can get this area done. Over to my right. And then tomorrow I have to get some painting done in the kitchen. Oh, and here's where the hands start going numb with the carpal tunnel. Especially the mouse hand. Alright, and then the same thing here. We'll take it around the corner. across here. Clean these edges up a little bit. Now over here, we have a double track, so we're going to have to make my circle a little bit wider. Let's get this taken care of. Alright, now I'm going to have to go straight down all the way out to the mountain, but let's make this a little bit bigger. All the way down. And then let's pull it off of here. Alright. We're getting there. I want to completely finish this area up before I go out and cut the grass. Which means I want to get the trees in along here. And then I want to paint in, I think I need to paint in one more farmland, I think. We'll check that out after we get the trees in. Let's pull this back a little bit. Pull that side back a little bit. Oh, wrong one. We're getting there. I still have to do one strip up the center between the tracks. Or I'm going to say the heck with it and we'll finish this up after I get back from cutting the grass. I want to get that done before it gets too hot out. It's supposed to be back up into the upper 80s again today. So how do we look over here? Alright, pretty good. Alright, let's get our one strip up the center. Oh, I gotta change this to paint on any surface. And again, this doesn't got to be neat. It's just weeds and bushy bits between the tracks. Alright, hang on, y'all. I gotta unnumb the hand a second. Let me slide my mouse and keyboard over a little bit. I guess I'm going to have to put the weed whacker together today. I bought it like 2 weeks ago and haven't used it yet. So I'm going to have to build that at some point today. When I'm done mowing the lawn, I'll have to weed whack. We're getting there. We're almost back up to the starting point. Okay. Why didn't I get any there? That was weird. I'm going to put them growing right through the train drop-off pits. Oh my goodness, excuse me, I hope I had the mic muted. Be coughing in your ear. Alright, so that job's done. So now the only section of track we have to do is from here back around the corner and then meets up with that road going straight back. So 75% of the railroad tracks are done, 25% more to go. Alright, let me fly up to this other side so I can get some trees in. Once I get the trees in, we'll do a quick drive in the map, and then I'm going to get out of here for a bit. But before I finish up the trees, let me do another quick save. Check my phone really quick, make sure I got no pressing messages from my kids. Not that they're kids anymore. Alright. So now we can bring this tree back up to the corner. I can't put one there because there's a road there. This tree may be a little bit too big to go between the road and the tracks. We'll see. I'm going to probably use the same tree and then shrink it down a little bit. Let's turn it this way. Yeah, let's take this. I'm going to use the same tree, but let's take it down a little bit. I'm going to rename it M for modified. And let's go 0.8. 0.8. Is that going to be narrow enough? Is it going to be narrow enough where it's not going to interfere with the train or the traffic? That should work. Let's get one close to this corner first. Oh, I didn't want to tip it, I wanted to slide it. Alright, there we go. We'll get these trees down to the railroad silo. And then we'll jump in game for a couple minutes. Make sure that railroad trigger silos spawning in properly. And we'll make sure that secondary farm is spawning in properly. Grab one more. Let me come back to this one. And we're going to make it naked. Oh, you shouldn't have any leaves. Why am I getting... I shouldn't have any leaves. It should be bare. That's the collision, I believe. Yeah, that's the collision. I did this before with another tree and it actually worked. When I get far away from it, it has leaves, but when I get near it, it has... Let's see what it looks like in game. I can always go back in and fix it. Oh, definitely pleased with the progress that I've got going on so far today. I want to put one more in the middle. Let me throw one more in the middle. And then let's pull a little bit smaller tree out for over here. Let me get it lined up with this one. That's about right. Yeah, alright, I can live with that. Now, let's check the farmlands real quick. So I don't think I have this strip done. I don't. So this grass strip I'll probably do 3 sections, 3 viable sections. Alright, so this was Railroad Silo 4, I think. Let me go look at my XML real quick. Yeah, Railroad Silo 4. Alright, so let's grab another farmland. Let's call this RR04. And we will turn it on. So it's going to be number 54. Let's make sure I have my square brush on. It is going to be number 54. Alright, now, where do we want to split? I want to leave enough room so you can cut grass around this field. So let's go about here. Is that even? No, it's off a little bit. I want to come just across the tracks and bring it back a little bit further. And we'll figure out where it's going to go from there. I'm going to take it across the road and we'll clean it up on the other side. When we do this side, we'll bring it up to the road. This way I'm not missing anything under the road. Take my speed up a little bit. It's actually easier to do this zoomed out a little bit. I think we're going to take it to here. And then we'll grab another farmland. We're going to call it Railroad 04B. Now let's save that, and it's going to be number 55. And we'll continue this down. Probably to where this field splits. And it'll make the price of that field a little bit cheaper. somewhere about there. And then we'll grab one more farmland. Let's go RR04C. We'll save that, and it's going to be number 56. And let's get a... Actually, now let's take that right to here. Let's square this up. Oh, I got to go back one more square. Let's go back a little bit further so I'm not missing anything. You know what, I'm going to go back to 55 a minute. This way I can get a square edge. And we'll try that again. Alright, now let's go back to 56. And we'll take this down to the other road. I'm not going to do a full map tour today. I'm just going to go in really quick to check those placeables. Make sure they're going to spawn in and not throw any errors. You know what? I thought that was part of the BGA. Okay, I don't have the BGA painted in yet. Okay. So that's going to be our farmyards, our farmlands done over there. Let me turn this off. Let's do another save. We'll jump in game, check this out, and I'm going to go out and get out of here for a couple hours so I can get the lawn taken care of. Grab some lunch, grab a shower. I'll be back in a couple hours. We'll do some more, a little bit more work before dinner. Alright, let's jump into FS22. Now let's grab an empty slot. Grab our 4X map. I'm going to turn this on. That is a mod. See if anything turns yellow or red. Now it's a 16x map with a bunch of placeables built into it, so it will take a little while to load the first time. and it'll take a little while to cache in the first time until you do your first save. Alright, those are a mod, and we are error-free. Alright, let me grab my Xbox One control. Let's grab ourselves a pickup truck. Let's go with a nice, respectable orange for the color of the day. Alright, let's go check out this new farm area. Traffic splines are still visible because I have to put all the AI splines in. I'm going to come up, we're going to pass this new area off for a minute, and we're going to come back to it. I want to go up and see how the... Oh, train, crap. Oh, those trees are floating. Damn it. I got to go in and fix every one of those freaking trees. I am going to make the train longer. It's temporary for now. Every one of these freaking trees are floating all the way around. Son of a biscuit. How did I get those trees floating? That means every tree I put in today is going to be floating. No, here's where I messed up. Right here when I came around the corner. I'm glad we came in game and drove over this way. So that one's in the ground. This one's in the ground. But from here back, they're all going to be floating. Damn it. Alright, I gotta go in and fix all those. I'll do that off camera. Alright, all those trees look fine. Let's head back this way and check out that new... Well, I gotta put a tree right there on the corner. Let's check out this new sell point. Drive down there in a minute. So we should have another house here if you want to make this your home. I'm going to take the sleep trigger out of the map so you can put your own down. So you're not stuck with the sleep trigger that's in the main farmhouse. Alright, nothing over here looks like it's floating. Alright, so that looks fine. We have another sell point down here. I don't have to trigger it yet, but it's going to be another sell point down here. Somewhere in here, and I've got to get a pedestrian spline in, and I've got to get some parked cars in. Missing a little bit of grass right there. Alright. A couple things to touch up. A couple floating trees to fix. Let's head back to the new area. Yeah, I have all my pedestrian splines visible also because there's one or two more pedestrian splines I need to put back in. Oh, these floating trees piss me off. That means I'm going to spend a half an hour bringing them all back down to the ground level. Alright, let's drive back this way. Cherokee, how's the map going? I'm actually getting a bit of work done today. Thank you for stopping in. Much appreciated. I'm about ready to get out of here. I have to go out and mow the lawn and weed whack. And then I'm going to grab a shower and take a late lunch, and then I'll be back in a couple hours. But making some good progress today. Alright, so this secondary farm is spawning in properly. Let's check it out. Still have the train crossing signals to put in. And we'll make sure that the railroad triggers are working. Do I have anything floating over here other than the trees along the road? No, just the trees along the road. I don't know how that I ended up with every one of them floating, but I'll fix that off camera. Alright, so this secondary farm looks pretty good. This railroad silo, I don't see anything floating. Let's see if the triggers are working. Alright, let me grab store delivery mod. Let's grab ourselves a tractor. Let's grab Papa Smurf's tractor. Let's lease that real quick. And let's grab ourselves just a small tipper. And I just want to make sure these triggers are working. Alright, let's just cheat in, doesn't matter. We'll cheat in some wheat is fine. Alright, so I should be able to come up here and get a trigger to drop this off. And I do. I don't need to drop it all off. Okay, so I just want just enough to make sure the trigger works. Alright, now I should be able to pick it back up under here. Yep, alright, we get to start filling there. That's awesome. Now, I'm going to take my chances and test the train trigger with this tractor. And if we get hit and go flying across the map, then so be it. But I want to test these triggers. We'll test them again with the train. We'll give it a full test, so I just want to make sure that they are registered. Alright, I'm getting unload. Alright, I don't need to dump it all in. I should get a start filling. Okay, so that site's working. Let's test the other site out real quick. So you can transfer from truck to train. Oh, look at that. Almost got nailed. Talk about good timing right there. Alright, so that trigger works. And then we should be able to fill here. Yeah, so you could transfer from truck to train and train to truck over here. And then we have, over here we have the new power plant, which we don't have it landscaped yet. We'll work on this after lunch. But we'll have our, this is our power storage building, and we have our main factory that does coal power, wind power, and solar power. And then I still have to work on getting the windmills turning. That's some XML work I haven't figured out yet. But we have our power plant back here, and then over here, from here to the edge of the map straight back, I'm going to put another placeable area in. And then from here back to the edge of the map, we're going to put some more fields in. That'll be for after lunch. But we're looking good so far. So far we have 34 fields. So over here we'll probably get two more long narrow fields on this side. And that'll finish this corner up completely. And then that leaves us with this corner of the map to do, which on this side is going to be a little, this side's going to be a little bit easier. I'm going to leave a big grass field on this side so you can put more placeables down. And then I'm going to put one gigantic field on this side. And then there's a railroad track that runs from here to about here and then down. That splits it. So we'll probably put one field on the inside, one field running back here, and then one field running back here. I want really big fields on that corner. But I am going to get out of here. I'm going to throw you all on, if I get my mouse to work, I'm going to throw you all on ending soon. Appreciate everybody stopping in. Give me a couple hours and we'll come back in and work on this a little bit more after I get some lawn work done. If we don't catch you, have a great day, and I don't know if I'll be on tomorrow or not. I'm debating whether I want to work on the map or paint the kitchen. So maybe I'll do a little bit of both. Maybe I'll paint for a little bit in the morning and then work on the map in the afternoon. But I'm hoping to be back in a few hours, so I'm hoping to catch you. If not, have an awesome day.